This video is going to walk you through questions 1 and 2 on your exit slip. So what I ask that you do is you pay attention as I go over this. I'm going to show how to draw 1 and 2, my thought process as I think about how I'm going to draw these triangles. For right now, just pay attention. When this is over, I'm going to have you make new triangles, not using the same angle measures that I used. So make sure you're following along and watching the process. But when you go to do them after this, you're going to need to pick different angle measures and things like that. But here we go. Okay, so number 1 says, draw an isosceles triangle with an obtuse angle. So the first thing I'm thinking is that isosceles means 2 sides are the same, okay? The other thing I'm thinking of is obtuse is greater than 90. So I need 2 sides the same. Obtuse is greater than 90. Let's just pretend I pick 100. 100 plus 100 is 200. So my 2 angles that are the same cannot be the obtuse angle. So what I'm trying to get at here is that you're going to have an obtuse angle, one angle that's bigger than 90, and then the other 2 are going to be smaller, but they have to be the same. So I think I'm going to pick 100 as my obtuse angle. So I have 100. I know, okay, so we have 100. I know that all angles of a triangle make 180. So if one of them's 100, that means there's 80 degrees left. Split that in 2 because isosceles is 2 of the same. So that means 40 and 40. So I need to draw a triangle that has a 100-degree angle, a 40-degree angle, and a 40-degree angle. So that's what you should do. You should think about your triangle before you start drawing it. Think about what are the angle measures going to look like, okay? All right. So to start this, I'm going to attempt to do this so you guys can see and I can make sure that it's on the camera. Okay, so here we go. So draw a line. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to draw 4 centimeters. I'm already going to label that this is 4 centimeters. You see that okay? All right. I'm going to put a dot right here. Okay. Now, I'm thinking that I want my isosceles triangle to kind of look like this. So I've got my line, acute angle, and then this up here would be my obtuse. So if I want 100, 140 and 40, I want these 2 bottom ones to be my 40-degree angles, and then that should make what's left be 100. All right, so let's try it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 40 degrees right here. Okay, so I'm going to move this back down. I'm going to put this here. All right, now when I look at this, 40 degrees. I want it to be acute, so I need the 40 degrees right here. Okay, the other thing I know about isosceles is 2 sides are the same. So 2 angle measures are the same and 2 side lengths are the same. So if this was 4 centimeters, I'm going to lay this dot, the ruler right here, line it up with my 40. If that's 4, I'm going to make this one, oopsies, like that. It's going to be 6 for now. We might have to, it might change later, but for now we're going to leave it like this. Okay, I'm going to mark that this is 40 degrees. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to slide my protractor over on this side. And again, I'm going to measure 40 degrees, but this time I want the 40 degrees over here. So I'm going to mark right there. Okay, I'm going to line this up. I'm going to go like that. Okay, now what you see here is that we need to erase some of this stuff. So this is also 40 degrees. Sorry, this is so small. I was hoping it would have been a little bigger. Okay, but that's going to be 40 degrees. So we have 2 that are the same. Okay, that's isosceles. We're going to erase all of this. go. Okay, there's that. Now, 40 plus 40 is 80. 80 plus 100 is 180. So this right here should be 100 degrees. So I'm going to do a quick measuring. So I'm going to lay my protractor like this. Okay, go up. So it's looking like it's about 105. Okay, but here's the deal. Did I get my 40 right? I want to check one thing here, guys. Yeah, I did. Okay, it looked about 105, but I want to put 100, all right? Because the other thing I'm remembering is that triangles add up to 180. I'm not going to be perfect because we can't be perfect, all right? But I would rather it add up to 180, even if it's not exactly 100, but it still should add 180 inside, okay? So there's 180 degrees. Now, the last thing I need to do is measure how much these are. So that is about 2.5 centimeters, 2.5. So then that would be 2.5 because it's isosceles. Let's check. And sure enough, it is 2.5 when I measure that. Right there with that inside, I'm doing my centimeters, that inside part. Okay? All right. So let's take one glance at it again. Isosceles, 2 angles and 2 sides are the same. It has one obtuse angle that's bigger than 90. And everything is labeled how it should be labeled. All right, very good. Okay, so then when you go to make yours after this video is over, you cannot pick 100, 40, and 40, okay? But what I suggest doing before you even start is decide, like I did up here at the top, what do I want it to look like, and then make it. All right, flip my paper over. Number 2, draw a right scaling triangle. First of all, right means 90 degrees, so I'm gonna write 9 degrees. I know it's gotta be 90. All right, second thing, scalene. All angles are different, all side lengths are different, etc. So if I do 90, let's just pick 50 for the next one. So 90 plus 50 is 140. I know it needs to make 180, all three. So I'm at 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. That means the third angle would have to be 40 degrees, okay? So again, notice how I'm starting by listing my angles first before I just start drawing. All right. I'm going to start with my easiest angle, a 90-degree angle. So, here we go. Can you see that? All right. I'm going to start down here. This time I'm going to make, oopsies. Hold on one sec. Okay. I made a 6, oh my goodness, we're having problems here. A 6 centimeter line. Okay, so put that on there like that, measured 6 centimeters. All right, so I'm gonna label that 6 centimeters. Okay, I'm gonna erase this first one. Okay. All right, 90 degrees. So I'm gonna put my dot, and 90 degrees is straight up and down. Okay, so put that dot right there. I'm going to mark 90. All right, and I'm going to go like this. All right, I'm going to go inside here and measure this quick. We don't want to make it 6 because we already have 6 down there, and that would be 2 the same. So right now it is measuring about almost 6. So what I think I need to do is make a little bit longer line so it's not the same. So there's 0. We've got about 7 now. So I'm going to write 7 centimeters. I have no idea if you guys can see this right now. Okay, 7 centimeters. Down here, this is, I'm going to put that L for a right angle, 90 degrees. Okay. Can we see it? There we go. Kind of at a slant. All right, I've got my 90-degree angle. Now I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to put a dot right there, and I've got either a 50 or a 40. So I'm going to do a 50. Remember, 50 is acute. We want this to be a small angle. So I'm going to line my protractor up right here. Okay, there we go. Come over on here to make it acute and mark 50. Okay. All right, pretty close. I'm gonna go like this. Oh goodness, that's a backwards 5, I believe. 50 degrees. So we already know that this is supposed to be 40 because a triangle makes 180. You should, to determine just in case that it really is, okay? So to do that, turn your put a dot. I'm gonna put my protractor up here like this. And I look, oh, if you can see that, I don't know if you can see that. It's measuring about 41. But I'm not going to write 41, okay? I'm going to write 40 because I know that they should make 180 on the inside. All right, so that was pretty close to 7. I'm not going to be too picky on that. If you get close, and that's about, I don't know if you can see that. I'm measuring that line. It's about 8.5 centimeters long. 8.5. Okay, so let's take a peek at this. Okay, it's a right angle. It's a right scaling triangle. We have a right angle that's 90 degrees. Scaling, all side lengths and angle lengths are different. Okay, everything is different. Notice how I have everything labeled. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit. What you need to do now is on your line paper, I'm going to have you redo these numbers 1 and 2. Again, you cannot pick the angle measures that I picked. Okay, you cannot pick 140, 40 for number 1, and you cannot pick 90, 50, 40. Obviously, you have to pick 90 because it's right angle, but not 50 and 40. You need to pick something else. All right, very good. Go ahead and get started on making your corrections.